A perfectly good airliner, every instrument working, two experienced pilots, and in the next 4 minutes, they flew it gently into the ground. Because for 90 seconds, no one was watching the one thing that mattered. This is how the picture is lost. In December 1972, on a clear night over Florida, one of the airline's most experienced crews lost a perfectly serviceable aircraft. Not through poor flying, and not through carelessness. How three capable professionals let it happen is, to my mind, one of the most important lessons in airmanship there is. I'm a check captain, training captain, and examiner with 20,000 hours on wide-body jets. This is pilot development, where we take the 9 things airlines actually grade you on and show you how to master them. Today, the competency that holds up all the others: situation awareness. By the end of this, you'll understand the 3 levels of situation awareness, how it can slip away even from a good crew, and the habits that keep your picture intact when it matters most. Eastern Airlines Flight 401, a new Lockheed TriStar on approach to Miami. On final, the crew select the gear down, and the green indication for the nose gear doesn't appear. It might be the gear, it might be the indicator itself. Either way, it has to be resolved, so they break off the approach, climb to 2,000 feet, and engage the autopilot to hold while they work the problem. And here is where it turns. The captain works the indication. The first officer works it. The flight engineer goes below to check it visually. 3 capable people, all drawn to the same small problem. And for a time, no one is monitoring the aircraft. At some point, the autopilot's altitude hold is disconnected, most likely by an inadvertent nudge on the control column. The aircraft begins a gentle descent into the dark, and it goes unnoticed. An altitude alert sounds, and goes unremarked. Over the next 2 minutes, the aircraft loses its height, until it reaches the terrain below. 101 people lost their lives. The crew were experienced and conscientious. And that is precisely why this accident matters. It shows as clearly as any that the picture can slip away from anyone. It was one of the accidents that led our profession to build crew resource management. We learned this at a terrible cost, and we owe it to them to understand it properly. So how does an entire flight deck lose the picture at once? To see that, it helps to know what situation awareness actually is. A researcher named Mika Ensley gave us the clearest model. 3 levels, each built on the one before. Level 1 is perception. What is happening right now? The altitude, the speed, the indications, the sounds. On Flight 401, the information was all present. The altimeter was moving in plain sight. The alert sounded. Level 1 wasn't hidden. It was simply unattended. Level 2 is comprehension. What it means. It isn't enough to see the altimeter. You have to register, we are descending and we did not ask to. That is the level that failed because every mind in that cockpit was full. Level 3 is projection. What is about to happen? This is where the strongest pilots live, quietly running the question. If nothing changes, where will this aircraft be in 2 minutes? On 401, the honest answer was the terrain below. And no one was asking the question. Perception, comprehension, projection. See it, understand it, stay ahead of it. Lose any level and the ones above it collapse. So why does it slip? Because situation awareness isn't something you have. It's something you keep paying for. And there are 4 common ways it goes. The first is fixation, what psychologists call attention tunneling. The harder you concentrate on one problem, the smaller your world becomes. The crew didn't set the aircraft aside on purpose. The indication simply filled the available attention. The second is workload. Attention is a budget, not a tap. Spend it all on one small problem, and there's little left to notice an alert. The third is the assumption that someone else is watching. The most important question on a flight deck is sometimes the one no one says aloud. Who is flying the aircraft? The fourth is what Daniel Kahneman described as, what you see is all there is. Your mind builds its picture from what it is attending to, and it does not warn you about what it is missing. The picture can feel complete while leaving out the single most important thing. So here is how strong crews protect the picture. First, someone flies the aircraft, always, and out loud. You have control, you fly, I'll work the problem. No exceptions, however minor the issue. Second, protect the scan. However deep into a problem you are, the eyes return to the instruments every few seconds. Attitude, altitude, speed. The aircraft first, the problem second. Third, say it aloud. Situation awareness shared is situation awareness doubled. We're descending. Was that us? A single sentence changes everything. Fourth, step back. Every minute or two, deliberately lift out of the detail and ask the level 3 question. If nothing changes, where is this aircraft going to be? That habit, more than any other, is what I look for in a pilot ready for command. So, situation awareness in 3 beats. See it, understand it, stay ahead of it. It is not a talent. It's a discipline you renew every few seconds. And it is lost quietly by good people, one fixation at a time. Get this right, and you're a more complete, more dependable pilot, which is what Command is built on. Subscribe, and the full program with the practice scenarios is at pilotdevelopment.org. I'll see you in the next one.